Live. All right. And we're live. Morning thoughts. Morning thoughts. Morning thoughts. Shout out to Prillis123. Thank you for being the first one in this morning. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up. Shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards. Shout out to the school teachers. Shout out to law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel. Shout out to the chefs in the kitchen, the secretaries in the offices. Shout out to the engineers. Shout out to the garbage men and the garbage collectors and garbage truck drivers. Shout out to the security guards. Shout out to whatever it is your job description is. Shout out to you. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. You're a good person, and don't let that go over your head either. I see one name in here in white, so I know I made the mistake this morning. So this morning while I was setting up this live to go live, oh boy, it's gonna get a lot of freebie this week. This morning while I was setting up the live to go live, it was on accident. I was supposed to set it so that only green names appear in the chat. All right. I can't close it because YouTube doesn't give us the option to close it after the live has started already. I thought I made the mistake and I was hoping I didn't, but I did. I'm not saying nothing bad to the people them who are in white because you do show up every morning, but this chat room thing is supposed to be reserved for the people whose names are in green, and we're supposed to give away 1 day per week to everybody else just to show appreciation for you still being here. So I'm not supposed to be giving all these free mornings away so everybody is all up and down in the chat. It's supposed to be reserved for those who have a different level of support to the channel. You understand? Right. So yeah, I'm gonna feel bad this morning because I do it again. So you guys actually got a lot of free days this week. Tomorrow morning though is festive Friday. When we go live Friday morning, I will absolutely take my time and make sure that only names in green are in the box, even if I have to close down the whole live and start it all over again, which is what I would have to do this morning. But through I run late already and all these things, I won't close it down. I just ask that you be respectful in there because the people them who are in green, they are usually respectful towards each other in there. See, it's usually the people them whose name not in green. They have nothing to lose, so them come over here and start get crazy and say all kind of stuff. And that's not the kind of platform that we have, right? I hope you forget tomorrow. And Tommy says, I hope you forget. Me not forget tomorrow, Tommy. I can't. I can't give away what I can't sell something to A and then give it away for free to B. You know what I mean? It don't look good. And they would definitely be questioning how come they're paying for something that somebody else I get for free. So it's not right, and it's an accident that I did it on this morning. And I hope that they understand that as well. See, enough of them are too tough up still like that. They're not that kind. And that's why I appreciate them even more for that. But big up to all of you for tuning in. Not all of us can pay. Donna Lewis says. Donna, me no want to hear that. Me no want to hear that. Cause all on the I hope unless you mean that it's not available where you're at, then I understand that because it's not available everywhere. But me no want no black person tell me about them can't pay nothing. I used to work at my mother's restaurant and I used to cut hair in Brooklyn, New York. And I used to see people come in the barbershop and argue with you for a $15 haircut and then brag about them $300 sneakers that they have on. So you can definitely pay. Them used to come to my mother restaurant, pull up in a Mercedes Benz and argue about $1.75 per patty. When patty reach $1.75, Jesus Christ, you must see I make a killing over here because $1.50 feet down the street. You in a $90,000 car. You argue with me about patty? But when them go white people place, guess what them do? Not a question asked. When them go China man place, not a question. How much you say, Mr. Chin? $200? All right, see it here. plus tax. Okay, see it here. White man, how much you say? 250. Now go brag and tell everybody say a 250 me pay for this, you know. But when you come over to me now, is a problem. So me don't want to hear that about who can't afford. You support or you don't support. That's the way it goes. See? Um, with that said, we don't take excuses. You either support it or you don't support it, and that's how it goes. This is the reason why there should be manners and respect extra for the people whose names are in green. Over 200 people here. Like up the live. Let's Bond TV. Let's Bond TV. Big up yourself. We have a couple of things to talk about this morning. We're gonna get into the topics. I tried my best to start at 7:30 and I couldn't do it. I don't know why. I think I'm feeling myself these days. I'm no longer, I think I'm unwinding from military life, finally becoming more civilian like, which could be dangerous. Could be dangerous because I don't ever want to be like that again. Just out here willy-nilly and my head on not on a swivel anymore. Now pay attention no more. But the sleeping in a little extra hour or two and arriving late instead of being there 15 minutes, 20 minutes prior, and all these things are starting to filter out. I don't know if it's good or it's bad. But anyhow, Pauline said, mean. I mean them mean, man. Appreciate documents program every time. Big up yourself, Joy Allen, Elena Hamilton. Thank you for being here. Listen, our people over in the UK said, SouFLo, aren't you going to talk about this? Please talk about the riots that are happening in the UK. Now, if you watch this channel, you know, especially names in green, we have quite a few people who are from the UK or who are viewing us from the UK. We call them the UK family, right? So there's a lot of stuff going on in the UK right now. Will make the place look a bit uncomfortable. Mind you, I'm on the outside looking in. So what I'm seeing is pictures of riots, cars burning in the streets, people getting beat by police and people fighting each other in the streets. And I'm wondering what's going on in the UK. So I went and did some reading, tried to figure out what it is, and tried to see if any of our Caribbean people them caught up in it, because it's apparently some anti-immigration and racist things that are going on. It's people who are basically saying they want their UK back, and their UK is being overrun by foreigners, immigrants, and they are not immigrant friendly, and they want their UK back, right? So may I ask my UK family over there, are you all okay? Did it reach your street and lanes yet? Are you threatened, or are these isolated incidents that are happening? Dorothy T says it's bad. They were here in Radcliffe this past weekend. All right, so it reached your area then. Dorothy T said, yes, we okay. Finally caught you live after 3 years. 10:35 Knox. Big up yourself. Live through Erica TV. Big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Live through Erica TV says, I am not mean. I just cannot afford it right now. 250 Canadian dollars a year. Live through Erica TV. I know you get it. You have it when you have it, and when you don't, you don't. You one of the people them too, because your name is in green sometimes and it's not in green sometimes. So obviously when you have it, you support. I don't know anybody's financial situation, so I'm not going to speak on it. You know what I mean? And I honestly don't want to make anybody feel bad about their financial situation either. But I do know though that we spend where we prioritize, kind of thing. It's like the person who says, I don't have no money, but them stop at Starbucks every morning. And one morning, I have a daughter. My daughter is 10 years old, right? I have two daughters, but my older daughter is 10 years old. She's a diva. Malani is a diva too. They're both divas, but she wants Starbucks. Let me give you an example. Daddy, take me to Starbucks. I said, what are you doing at Starbucks? Grandma takes me there all the time. That's my mom spoiling her, right? So I'm like, okay, I'll take her to Starbucks. She orders 3 items from Starbucks. I reach the window. I hear $27 and something cents. I'm like, why am I spending $27 and something cents for a 10-year-old at Starbucks? Let me see what you're getting. So she get her items and she have them laid out in the car. I mean, I look on them. I said, let me try something. So I asked the lady, could I have one of your coffee? Just a simple coffee, you know. The nastiest coffee I ever tasted in my life. I think they charged me like $8 and something for the coffee. I actually dashed for the coffee, went around the corner to a 7-Eleven, got a $1.25 cup of coffee, same size, and that coffee was much better. So again, it's how we prioritize ourselves. You know what I mean? Somebody I gonna say, yo, me don't want to give SouFlo $10 a month or $9.99 a month to be in his chat, but I want a $10 cup of coffee every morning. You understand? When coffee sell for $2, $3, $5, $7, $1.25. It's how you prioritize, man. So again, but big up to anybody. Dunkin' Donuts coffee better. Rasta in the city too says Dunkin' Donuts coffee better. I'm a Dunkin' girl, Pussy Galore says. I'm definitely not a Starbucks guy. I don't see the rage in it, and I don't know why people spend so much money on it, but that's their thing. You know what I mean? And people spend where they like to spend. Right. People spend where they like to spend. Right. It's just I just have a thing with my people though, cause you know our people stay. Yeah, check out my Burberry shirt. Yeah, my Versace pants. Yeah, and check out my red bottom shoes them. Yeah, and check out my this hat. Me something Cavalli this. Yo, my cologne are kicking up. $275 for the cologne. I know it named something Tom Ford something something. Me stand up right next to them, you know. My cologne costs $5, if that. If me not have on the $1.75 one today, and you can't tell the difference. Only difference is mine probably wear out faster than for them. But I don't use cologne like that. I put cologne on clothes and I put oils on my skin. Yeah, so you might smell some Egyptian musk or something. The $5 little oil I gonna last me 6 months. Me look just as good as you, as clean as you. My shirt costs $5 to $10. You know, you brag about your shirt cost $250 and $300, and your hat costs 75 and 150. Me not even have on a hat, and if I do, is a $10 hat. You see what I'm saying? So people prioritize where they want to spend. That part. Anyhow, back to the London UK stuff. It says that the UK is facing the worst disorder it has seen in more than a decade. Rioting in these streets, people are getting beat up. Police have arrested already hundreds of people and processing them through the system. Right wing, I have to put on my glasses, I don't want them light here keep on hurting my eyes. Some right wing operation, boy, in a them foreign place, I'm not lie still. Every time I watch stuff like this from our British people or our Caribbean community in Great Britain, every time I watch stuff like this or see stuff like this unfold, it brings me back to remind you to jump on a plane and go. So it's called the WI, West Indies. Yeah, because as much as we have invested in these foreign countries, like in the US and in Canada and in parts of Europe and whatever, as much as we've invested in these places, it's not really our root place, so to say. Yeah, we are laying down foundation in different places, but your level of safety and peace is always threatened. I call it a false sense of security. That's what I call it. A false sense of security. I found myself having a false sense of security as well, and I had to speak on it. So I'm not excluded. You know, I used to brag and tell people, say, you know how many times I leave my key in my front door? You know how many times I fell asleep, the garage door wide open. On my garage door, if you come up my driveway and you open the garage door, it leads to a door that leads inside to the house. Me wake up 2 o'clock in the morning, my garage door fully open, the side door that you come in through the garage door fully open. Anybody could have had access to my house, and it happens all the time, right? Well, it used to happen all the time. I try to make sure it doesn't happen anymore. So, but nothing happens. Nobody takes the keys out my door. Even when I was living in an apartment, I would do stuff like open the door quick, go inside, lock the door behind me, my key left outside. People have pulled my key out the door before, knock on my door or ring the doorbell and I open it and they said, here's your keys. You left your key in your door. You know, you start to get lulled by this false sense of security. And not to mention, I'm able to protect myself. So I have guns and bullets out the wazoo and well trained to use them too. So I feel a extra sense of security. But at the end of the day, the peace that I feel when I am in Jamaica in particular, because certain things I don't have to worry about. See, I know what the problem is in Jamaica. I know how to move around that. But here and in these other places, it's like, you ever try to fit in somewhere, but no matter how you try to fit in, there's always a group of people or a system in place to let you know that you're not here, from here, kind of thing. You're not from here. So no matter how long you spend, no matter how much you assimilate into the culture, no matter how much you contribute, you're still constantly always reminded that you ain't from here. You're not from, and you walk around feeling that, and you're treated that way. You're not from here. You know what I mean? So I gotta keep on reminding y'all, man, like, all uno Jamaican they're foreign and dash with throw stone behind you. Jamaica, I'm never going back to Jamaica. Fling stone back at me. Me, if I me go back there, so wow, I don't know how y'all do it. Cause then when them kind of something break out, let me tell you something. If anything break out here, so you see, at a magnitude of where people will have to run, I can gladly say I don't have to take nothing from here with me. I'll be faster than everybody else. You ever see when you saying the take off on the 100? Yeah, in a Beijing, and him go so and then him lens everybody. That would be me, airport yard. Nothing. Them can keep everything if it came to that. Now I want everybody to have that same sense of security. Not that I don't love living here, because I surely do enjoy a lot of perks living here. And I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm anti-American. I'm very much American. You know what I mean? I told people before, I've been here since I was a small child. Y'all see the flag that I fly? It's half Jamaican, half American right there. Right. So I'm not saying nothing bad about America or other places. I'm just saying I am constantly reminded that this ain't my place, kind of thing. So I'm constantly feeling like a visitor. Anyway, back to this. Hundreds of people have been arrested so far, and some 6,000 specialist officers in the UK have been mobilized. The UK government says that the police are preparing for more potential riots come Wednesday and Thursday, which was yesterday and today. Tevin King, big up yourself, Tevin King, and thank you. London, Radcliffe, Bristol, Croydon. The riot has spread like wildfire. Malaysia, India, Australia, Nigeria, United Emirates issued travel advisory not to travel to the UK, and for those living or visiting to stay indoors. So it's a serious issue then. Oh, wow. Now, how this all started is what I found out. Like me say, I have to go do my little research. I asked my audience, what do you want me to talk about? The British ones said, you got to see what's happening in the UK right now, SouFLo. Please, talk about it. So I had to go read up something, know what I talk about, or have a point of reference and not just come jibber jabber. Apparently, what happened in the UK was a triple stabbing happened. Some of y'all who live in the UK probably don't even know it, or you can correct me. What's causing it? The violence was mostly immediately triggered by a stabbing of a number of children in Southport, Northwest England, earlier in the week. A rare and shocking incident that left 3 young girls dead. And the country is reeling. People are saying them want justice. The far right seized on that and started spreading a wave of misinformation about the incident that took place, including false claims that the suspected attacker that stabbed up the 3 girls and killed them was an immigrant. So now you have all these far right-wing groups who are out stomping the ground, ready to bash some heads in. We can't let this happen to our girls. We can't let this happen to our families. We're being overran by immigrants. They're coming here, they're killing us, they're killing our children. So this is where it's coming from, as far as I've understood. So they've gone on to use social media to mobilize their people to get out into the streets, and they have mostly mobilized anti-Muslim and anti-immigrant protesters. Police says that that piece of information is actually false because the person who actually did the stabbing is a born British individual. They didn't say if the person had Caribbean background or Pakistani background or Middle Eastern background, or the person, the British police has said that they seized the opportunity to use this lie to bolster their argument to get out into these streets, anti-Muslim, anti-immigrant groups, and carry out these. People are getting punched in the face. People are breaking up people's businesses. People are running for them life down the road because they're being chased or having to stand and fight. But the person who is responsible was born and raised in the UK. It's not an immigrant do it. It's a born and raised UK person. You understand? Cartel Empress, big up. Cartel Jai Empress, big up yourself. Yeah. And with that, the anti-immigrant rhetoric has become increasingly widespread in Britain in recent years, with critics saying that that trend has emboldened the far-right sympathizers and has contributed to the scenes like those we are seeing currently. Police having to fight these individuals. Police are getting beat up in the streets. They said that the protesters look like they come out ready to engage the police violently. I know policing in the US is a bit different from policing in the UK. I've seen the police in the UK actually fight with people. Police in the US ain't fighting with you too long. You might get away a little bit of fighting, but after that, you know, you're going to get the knee to the neck and you're going to get the taser, and then you're going to get a couple of batons, or you might get an electric shield shock along with some mace and along with taser, and they might do all several things to you at once and then empty a clip in you. I just saw them do here. So it's a bit different. People in the UK, I think they have a bit more freedom, and I think less police in the UK carry guns. Matter of fact, when I was there, which is back in the day, I never saw not one police officer with a gun. But I've heard that they do have specialized police there now that do carry guns, and not all of them carry guns still. Whereas in the US, all the police officers carry guns. So the meat of the matter is this. You're not liked. No matter how you think you are liked, there's always that sleeper cell of people who are waiting for a reason to tell you to go back to your yard, to tell you say you don't belong here, to kick where your foot them and punch you in your face because them think some immigrant did this and you look like an immigrant, so you should get messed up too. Them things that I don't ever have to worry about. Couple of things that keep me feeling so safe. People say, yo, when you're there in Jamaica, but you have to worry about gunman though. Yeah, but that's another story. You know, I worry about gunman in the US too. I just know certain places I shouldn't go, and then I try to circumvent and, you know, navigate properly. But I don't worry about driving out of my driveway in Jamaica and next thing me I go get pulled over. Squaddy I go say, your backlight, your right backlight is out. I say, okay, that's the reason for the pullover, and step out of the car. And then me I go get shot. We driver license registration, pop, 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 pop. I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about being racially profiled. The people them where pull me over look just like me. They actually speak to me just like I'm one of their family members. And this is why I know that there's a psychological thing that goes along, a connection that goes along with how police, because I've observed my whole life. White police in black communities never end up good, right? Or non-black police officers in black community, predominantly black communities, never end up good because they come in with their preconceived notions and their preconceived prejudices about us already. So they treat you like how they were taught from they were young. Even if is a white policeman will have a black wife in yard, and some mixed children. Him still come in thinking there's a lot of criminals in this neighborhood. Oh, you look like one of them. I'm trying to go home to my family. Quick, the gun draw quick, right? The gun draw quick. Whereas my people, when they come into police, me, is a difference. I want to go on. What happening around here? Yeah. Okay, somebody come talk to me. The rest of you stand over there, blah, 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 and that. And then deal with it like people, right? These are the things that make me feel like, yo, I gotta be isolated living in foreign. I don't worry about them something that when me there in Jamaica. I don't worry about pulling out the driveway, getting pulled over and not making it home. I don't worry about stuff like this, race riot, I go break out and somebody I have to go run for my life because there's a group of people down the street who think this is their country and me don't belong here because me an immigrant. That will never happen. I don't have to worry about them two things there. And a lot of people have lost their lives here. Y'all don't remember the guy that came? I was surprised that he actually did that. And I was surprised because he came from Spanish Town. Went to Philadelphia. The brother with the dreadlocks. And a group of friends, a group of people that he worked with decided to invite him to a hunting party. Yeah, we're going to go out into the woods and we're going to take our rifles and we're going to shoot them and we're going to catch animals. We're going to shoot a boar. Have you ever shot and skinned a boar, Roger? And you're like, no, but I would love to do it. Come on out with us this weekend. Me? Yeah, invite going a bush. All I want to look different from me. I'm a bit wiser than that. I'm sorry, I'm not going nowhere with you. But he went. And then he became the hunted. Well, don't forget the story. It just happened the other day. We're getting knowledge here from somebody who is there. Kay and Kareen, shout out. Thank you for tuning in. Kay and Kareen says the guy was born in Wales, but the boy, mom, and dad are from Rwanda. It's more nuanced than that, SouFlo. The people are tired of unfairness. Yes, racism is part of it, but not the only reason for it. Man, I wish you would call in, I wish you guys could call in. The lines are open, If you could call in and just give us like a little rundown, an insight of what? The people are tired of unfairness. Who is tired of unfairness? Who is tired of unfairness? Is it the white people who are saying get the immigrants out of our country is tired of unfairness? Or is it the immigrants who are tired of unfairness? We the over here, so I try to understand what's going on over there. So that's what's going on. I'm not understanding what's going on. And I want y'all to know that too. I'm from the outside looking in, and I'm only covering this because I was asked to cover this by somebody whose name is in green. Because that's where they're at. I forgot which one of you. So anyhow, at the end of the day, it looks like the caller just said, not the caller, like the commenter just said, it looks like it's spreading. And today is the 8th of the 8th, August 8th. So this news is fresh this morning. And it is supposed to get bigger throughout the weekend. Y'all be careful out there, man. It says it's supposed to spread more and get bigger throughout the weekend, and they're expecting more violence. That's what it said right here. Damn. Y'all be careful out there. Rasta in the city too says black people tired of the unfairness. Pauline Graham says the young boy who did this, I think something has gone wrong with him. It does not make sense to me. Some have been waiting to vent because of the boat influx. So you think him have a mental issue? We all make you what you are. Garth Francis. We all make you what you are. I don't know what that is. Dorothy T says there are people who think refugee gets better treatment. Oh, that's another thing that they've done that I haven't said. They set a couple of Holiday Inn hotels and other bed and breakfast places and hotels on fire. And these were safe houses for refugees who were waiting on to hear the status of their paperwork. You know, you come in and you file refugee status. You're waiting to hear if you get accepted or if you're going to have to be sent back to your country. But they're housing them in certain places. These places are under attack and they're catching them on fire. So Dorothy T says there are people who think that refugees get better treatment than immigrants who's been here for decades. US Girls Stick Together says, I'm in the UK and the fear I've seen in people is just so sad. I went out on Saturday to get my children's school supplies and I got hit with a bottle in the side. Ross. You got hit with a bottle in the side. So it's everywhere. It's around you too. Quantro65 says it's not a race riot. Native British, them fed up because the influx of immigrants is getting ridiculous. Okay, so who is considered to be native British? You educate us this morning. Who is considered to be native British? Because in my eyes or my mind, native British could be anybody, right? Like, or from any race, right? Because if my grandparents went to the UK from in the 50s, and then my mom was born there in the 60s, and then I came along and that's where I was born and raised, I would consider myself native British too as well. Or that's not how they're looking at it? Is there a race factor to who is considered native British? Us Girls Stick Together says, I'm in the UK and the fear that I've seen in people is just sad. I went out on Saturday to get my children's school supplies and got hit with a bottle in the side. And Quattro65 says it's not a race riot. They should know they're the ones creating it. Disgusting work. Malcolm says. Christine Simpson says that's why Jamaican born should accept American. UK born as Jamaican, because if the end of the day, see that, they will tell us quick to go back to where we come from. And you have division among us, right? Because you have Jamaicans that are like, you're not Jamaican, and the British person is, I've seen it a lot. I've seen people born in the US, but their mother and their father are Jamaican. Them grandparents on both sides, like my kids, are Jamaican. Kyan Malani, mother, father, me, Shakira, Jamaican, with parents Jamaican, with grandparents Jamaican, with great-grandparents Jamaican. We go way back Jamaican. So I've seen these people grow up, and they're like, yeah, I'm Jamaican, and Jamaicans are like, you don't know Jamaican. I'm far in your barn, you're far. So they feel lost. And people over here will tell them that you're not American or you're not British. All your people come from Jamaica. You're a foreigner. That's a rough spot to be in. That's why if you carry the picnic them go a yard. And that's why you have to make the picnic them know them culture from that side. Whatever Caribbean island they come from, you have to carry them go. That's why I make them know them culture from that side. So they can stand up strong and nobody can tell them nothing, right? It's when they don't know and they try to claim, people shun them on both sides and they're left lost. Kaz Robinson says, SouFLo, they started the fire and the people were in the hotel. Yeah, I'm seeing the hotel right here. I have the picture. The hotel on fire. They burnt the cars outside of the hotel also. Like, it's not a small thing that's going on in the UK. I'm seeing it. Same in USA. People feel if you're not born here in the USA and use certain benefits, they feel offended. Andrew Blake says, how many see you doing a video on bounty and beanie order of distinction, SouFLo? Because I don't really respect the order of distinction there. That way. I don't really want to get into that. Politics time now. Politics are play. Bounty and Beanie could have get and should have gotten order, but should have gotten order of distinction long ago. You know, a political time now. Bounty and Beanie actually thanked Mark Golding for making it possible for them to get the order of distinction, from what I understand. But the person who handed them the order of distinction is none other than your right honorable. So politics is at play in it, and I just felt like I wanted to skirt around that one. That's why, Andrew, I'm Black British from 65. Quattro65 says I'm Black British from 65. Jamaican funniest videos says native who born in the country, just different color and race, depend on situations. Okay, so that's what they're looking at, is if you're born there, right? So they feel like if you're born there, you should be entitled to certain rights, certain benefits, and people from outside are coming in and getting those rights and those benefits more than the people who are born there. Same thing going on in the USA right now. Absolutely the same thing going on. Here's the thing that's happening in the USA, and y'all might not like me after I say this, but I saw an African-American brother out in the streets, and he was like, I'm homeless. I'm homeless, and I work. I work a full-time job. I go to work at 8 in the morning, and I get off at 4 in the evening, and I do that 5 days a week. And I can't afford to pay my rent. And this same building that I got evicted from, they just used all the empty apartments in this building, the government, to put all these immigrants that just crossed the border in these apartments, furnish the apartments for them, and are paying the rent for them. And I work full time, and I got kicked out because they raised the rent so high I couldn't pay it. His gripe is valid. I'm not even going to argue with you. His gripe is valid. I don't think that a person who works full time every day should be out in the streets. However, let me see what Marie says. Don't disrespect that order of distinction either, SouFLo. No, Marie's message 411. I'm not disrespecting it. I said I skirt around it for that reason. I'm not even speaking on it, right? I said they should have gotten it a long time ago, right? I'm not afraid for talking. None of them can hold me and beat me, or they can do whatever they want to. But I've never been the kind to be afraid to talk. I know how to be careful what I say, though, because certain things carry weight. Now, if I thought that order of distinction was garbage and BS, I would have said so. That I'm entitled to my opinion. I would have said so, it's garbage and BS, but I didn't say that. I said they should have gotten it a long time ago. To add to that, I've also said every year should be election year in Jamaica. Take from that what you will. Every year should be election year in Jamaica. You see how much things them do when election near? All who no get house. All which district don't have running water get running water. All who never get electricity before have electricity. All who roof blow off of them house get it put back on. All who never get no money before and did a damn grass get money now for food. All kind of something are going. So every year should be election year in Jamaica. Because only election year them actually do something. Bounty and Beanie get them distinction election year. Why them couldn't get it 2 years ago? Why them couldn't get it just so? They've been around for forever. They've come full circle in the business for forever. Bounty clean up him act and is a completely honorable individual and has been for quite a long time with the Bounty Killer Foundation. How come them never honor all that? Order of distinction come now. Some people are going to say better late than never. Okay, good. I understand that. But I'm saying is the politics that's being played why I'm not interested in it. Right? So big up to them and their order of distinction. Well deserved. And no disrespect to the order of distinction. However, politics are played in it. Yeah, that part. So yeah, back to what we were saying before now. Some of us learn to listen attentively and with understanding, says us girls stick together. I feel and said the same thing SouFLo when I saw the presentation. And no, you see, Uno gonna draw me out now, I make me go talk, since we're talking, the man, we're gonna switch topic. The UK, what's going on in the UK, we'll keep a closer eye on it. I'm really trying to understand it. The situation that's happening in America is similar to what's happening in the UK, except for the people here in the US have not started to attack immigrants yet. They have not started to burn out the places that they are being allowed to stay in yet. The people do have a gripe. What I don't want you to hate me for is my thoughts on how I look at this. For instance, if you were born here to me and you reach 45, 50, 60 years old and you have absolutely nothing to show for it, you were never sick, you never had to spend an extended amount of time paying off medical bills or in some medical facility. You just enjoyed your life and your freedom for 40 odd years of your life. And now you're catching your ass at 45, 50 and worrying about immigrants that are coming in. It tells me that you took everything for granted and wasted every opportunity that came your way. Period. Period. You see, when immigrants come, right, forget about the bad immigrants. Majority of the immigrants that come, they want better for themselves. If you check it, they are overachievers. They're the ones that's going to go clean some doo-doo tonight at some medical facility or pick up garbage or do all the dirty work that everybody else don't want to do because they're just trying to get ahead. They know what sufferation feels like. They know what being unsafe feels like. They know what not having enough feels like. They know what their children excelling but hit a ceiling because they can't facilitate financially or any other way to bring the children further feels like. It's a gut-wrenching feeling for a parent. You can't help your children accomplish or achieve their dreams, So when they come here and they see all these opportunities that you've been taking for granted and they start grabbing them, you can't get mad at them. And there are a lot of people who spread false information like, oh, all the immigrants are going to come and they're going to be Democrats and they're going to vote illegally because they don't have no papers to be here, but they're going to count their votes. That's a damn lie. They're not counting no damn illegal immigrant votes. Another thing, they get full benefits, medical, this, that, and the other. That's another lie too. They get a stipend while they're here. They're working out and expediting their paperwork. A lot of them have been sent back so far, and a lot more will be sent back. Let me tell you what America is doing. America is selecting who they want here, and they're selecting them based on many different criteria. Some they probably won't even tell you about. Let me see if you have sense. Oh, you speak 5 languages. History of what you were doing in your country. Okay, he's a this, he's a that, he's well overly qualified. We could definitely use you here. Go that way. Asylum, right? You have no record of nothing. You look criminal. Your behavior is, your mannerisms is criminal. You came by yourself, okay? And seeing you out in the streets a couple of times in the U.S. since you've been here, you even look like you have a drug problem. You go that way. You going back to where you came from. This is how they're slicing the people up, right? You look fit and thank you, Darren. You look fit and strong. How old are you? Oh, you're 19. We need people for the military because Our US young people, everybody wants to be social media influencers, TikTokers. You see them? Everybody wants to be TikTokers and social media influencers, but we need people for our military. So here you go. You look finished. Come on over this way. You stay over there. Asylum. You bring all your whole group, all 20 of you. Come on over this way. Here's the deal. You're gonna do like 4 years in the military, and then you can get your citizenship, etc., etc. Not America, I do. But these people are grabbing that opportunity. Because there are people that are born here where if you told them, yo, look, join the military, do a 4-year contract. If you don't like it, get the hell out after 4 years. But keep in mind that the 4 years you go in, you want to get something out of it. While you're in there, paying to your GI Bill. So when you get out, you can go to college without having to pull money out your pocket, right? And they'll give you a stipend, basically pay you to go to school while paying for your school after you get out. When you explain all these things to them, I ain't going to no damn military, dog. I'm gonna stay out here and do what I got. Okay, fine. Guess what the little immigrant did? Somebody said, yo, the quickest way to get your citizenship, go through the military. Go join the military, do a 4-year, do this, that, and the other. They say, where do I sign up? I swear to uphold the Constitution of the United States of America, give me my rifle and my uniform, taking injections all over my body. They sacrificing. So when you outside now bawling about, oh, the immigrants are coming in, they're getting everything more than us. You've been here. Oh, a lot of stuff was available to you. A lot of stuff is still available to you that's not available to them. When the brother said he works 8 to 5 every day or 5 days a week, you know what I said? And that they cussed me so bad. I said in the comment section, I said, you work 8 to 5 and you think, and that's a minimum wage job. And you think that was enough to cover your survival. What does he do in the rest of the time? He gets off work and drink beer and sit on the park bench and drink beer and play chess with other people in the park who are homeless. I'm going to tell you what the immigrant do. He's working 2 jobs. He has a full-time job for the day hours, and then he got a full-time job for the night hours because he knows that working like you will have him living like you. He don't want to live like you. He didn't come here to your country to live like you. So they started cursing me. Who the hell you want to work 2 jobs? 2 jobs is for slaves. 2 jobs is for, okay, well, you act like we don't know that. We know that. We know what it does to your health. We know that it's not good for you in any kind of way. It's like slavery, putting yourself in it. We know we won't get much rest, which will lead to health complications later. We know, but we come with a goal in mind. And the goal is, I'm going to do this, but I won't do this forever. And I'm going to save what I can, and I'm going to pick up this program. Come on. There are so many of my sisters that came here and did this. The blueprint has been laid. Came here, healthcare attendant. They didn't have no papers. Want me to walk you through it? They didn't have no papers. Let me give you one. She didn't have no papers. She ain't supposed to be here. She working under the table. Somebody said, I work taking care of this old lady, but the old lady don't want nobody else take care of her unless the person come through me. So, come here. You, cause me need to go home. So Monday to Friday, I'm going to take care of the old lady. I'm going to need you. My voice is low. I don't know what's going on. Monday to Friday, I'm going to take care of the old lady, and I'm going to need you on Saturday and Sunday back to Monday morning to fill in for me. I'll give you $100 a day for that. The old lady needs to have her medication at this time, that time. You have to clean up the house. She do it upon herself. She can't go bathroom by herself. She's unsafe. You take over that. They start there. Is my voice still low, or can you all hear me? They go from there to, you know what, I like this. Might as well go do some CNA work. Voice, okay, check your device. My voice is fine, to me, and I don't know if it's probably the person. Voice is good, voice is good. Well, all right. Thank you. Them start from this up, under the table, working. Then they go from there to, let me see if I could get into a program where I could become a CNA. All along in the mind, I'm going to be a nurse one day. All along in her mind, I'm going to be a nurse one day. She's starting off, can't work, wasn't supposed to. I'm going to do what I can while I can. It went from that to they've been here long enough doing that. The years go by, boom. Some things you don't have control over. Things happen, amnesty, maybe get married to somebody, however it works out, paperwork come down the line, boom, now I have the right to work. I have a social security number, everything now. I'm going to school. I'm going to school, but they won't pay for it. So I'm going to have to work 2 jobs, and one of them will sustain my living while the other one pays for the school. I'm going to do that like a CNA program here. And then they go from the CNA program to a LPN program. And then them go from that to a RN program. And then them go from the RN program to a BSN or BSRN program. Listen, I don't really sympathize with those who were born here when they start ranting about immigrants taking stuff. Immigrant ain't taking nothing from you that you wanted. Straight up. And I think it's the same thing going on in the UK. Immigrants ain't taking nothing from you that you wanted. I've said this before and I'll say it again. If you look at who is rioting, if you look at who is angry about immigrants and what they're taking or getting, it's usually people who are on the lower half of the totem pole. It's not those who are accomplished. It's not those who have, and this is where people get mad with me at, because it hits personally, because they haven't accomplished much. It's usually those who are on the lower half of the totem pole, because you haven't exploited all those. Listen, the time is going fast, man. The years are stacking up. What have you been doing with your years? What have you been doing with your every 24 hours that you've been getting? You just kicking rocks down the street, just happy to be British or just happy to be born in the US? Somebody else not seeing it like that. Somebody else is grabbing every opportunity that you're missing and exploiting every opportunity that you're missing. I kid you not. I live in a community that's nice houses around here, right? And the house values over the last couple of years shot through the roof. So the houses around here now, you're looking at some $500,000 houses, right? And up. I watch a Spanish family come, and there were 3 houses on the street that were up for sale. And you know what they did? I watched that Spanish family pack the whole family into one house. And I was saying to myself, damn, there's a lot of cars in that driveway. 2 houses over from my house. I said, damn, that's a lot of cars in that driveway. And I would see them in the evening time. They would have the garage door open and they would like sit in the garage and play dominoes or whatever the hell they're playing in there, a game that has to do with dice or whatever, having their family moments and whatnot, right? Then before you know it, I saw cars started popping up in the driveway. Car for sale, this for sale, that for sale. And then before you know it, they started working on the house next door to them. The house next door to them, I don't know if the people died and left it and then the property just went into ruins. So they renovated it. These people are skilled. They did it themselves. Tile out the whole place, remodeled the whole, modernized the whole thing, changed the roof, put on solar paneling, did everything. This is the house next door to them, you know. And then some of them now started staying in that house. You see the 3rd house on the end? They bought that house too. And they did the same thing, flipped 2 houses. And before I knew it, only a year and a little bit had passed. And one day I drove by and I'm like, they don't live there anymore. But I saw 3 for sale signs. on all 3 houses. So even the house that they were in, for sale. The one next to it, for sale. The one on the end, for sale. And just like that, somebody bought that one and then this one. And the only one that's left right now to be bought is the one that they were living in. And I saw somebody over there yesterday doing more renovations again. These people don't complain. These people get to work because they want better. And that's what y'all should have been doing. Man, listen, I don't like to look at myself as somebody who hasn't achieved their dreams, but I just know that if I was born and raised here, I probably would have been a lot further along considering. Because I was one of those immigrants that held on to my Jamaican identity for the longest, right? I wouldn't even change my citizenship paperwork to US nothing. I held on to it for the longest, and doors were closed because you needed to be a US citizen and show proof of that in order to. They didn't want a permanent resident for all the things that I was growing into. It was the military that where it was mandated that I could only serve 2 years and then I would have to get citizenship. And I finally went and did it. Like, okay, damn, I hit the ceiling. This is what I have to do. But had I known all that and been born here, and I still see all the benefits they have, and they still sit around and complain. I don't know, man. So yeah, I can't side with them for that. I can't. I know it feels a certain kind of way because you feel like I was born here and these people are getting treated better than me, but they're getting crumbs compared to what you should have accomplished by now. Tevin King, shout out to Tevin King. Tevin King says, in that case, why don't you talk about the uproar in New York bodega when the Venezuelan immigrant left her receipt with a $20,000 on her EBT card? You see what's going on in the UK? Look at Spain, Colombia, and Sweden. I don't know if that's true. Like I said, we live in an age where people post stuff online and everybody runs with it like it's true. I don't know if that's a fabricated receipt that came from an anti-immigrant person trying to stir up some stuff. You have to be careful of what you feed into on social media, man. I don't know of no damn EBT card that's going to hold $20,000 on it. Ain't never heard of that in my life. So I'm not going to run with that rhetoric. But I said what I said. You've been here long enough. You were born here. All opportunities were available to you since you were born here. I told y'all I came here really young, and all the cool guys are now bums. They were cool in junior high school. They were cool in high school. They were too cool for school. They didn't even want to go to college. While we were off to the military trying to figure out how we could get a scholarship to go to college, how we got to take out some financial aid, and I better make it through, so because I got to pay this back and this, that, and the other. They were too cool for all that. And these are the people who were born and raised here, who should have been exploiting all these opportunities. If you're in debt, you're completely stuck. Yeah. Some people put themselves in debt trying to live like the Joneses, and you not the Joneses. That's another thing. When we moved to America in 77 from England, Mel said, we lived with another family and 5 other unrelated adults who had live-in jobs. We had great role models. Americans are fortunate, but a lot of them are lazy. And that's absolutely true. That is absolutely true. Americans are super fortunate. Come on, y'all think all these people from all around the world are rushing, heading this way because there's nothing here? You really think they're heading this way because there's nothing here? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. The amount of opportunities that are available in America, man, I don't see anywhere else this much opportunity is available at. If you are here, like somebody said the other day when we were discussing politics, they were like, oh, the economy is so bad right now. Can't even find jobs. I live near a strip mall. Every friggin' store at the strip mall is hiring. Everyone. phone is ringing, but I can't see the number that's calling. Hold on, give me a second. Oh, gotta close the app. Phone is starting. What the heck? Phone is starting. I guess caller, I guess you gotta call back and give me a minute for the phone to start. Start coming like old people with them technology. All right. Give the phone a second to start, please, and then call back. Yeah. It's possible to have that much on an EBT. I work in a supermarket part-time, and some people, especially Jewish people, they have that on their card. I saw higher amounts during the pandemic, and I was shocked. Like I said, I've never seen that much on an EBT card, so I'm not going to sit here and try to justify. And I also know that there are agents out here who use social media for their own gain. Like they will fabricate stuff and then go to war over the fabricated information. So you have to be really careful what you're tuning into or what you are like. For instance, they say it was an immigrant that did that stabbing, and it turns out to be a British born person. But when I ask people what British, what was the word that the person used for who should be getting the benefits, that person would qualify to be one of those kind of people. So did that person stab those people up because they're frustrated with, I mean, I don't understand it. Or is this just a case of a young man that lost his mind, going through some psychological issues, stabbed up some people, which happens here all the time too. It happened in Jamaica all the time too. Madman run down people and chop them up. You know? And now they turn it into a race thing and an immigrant thing. There are always people that are waiting to major and minor and to use an opportunity to push their agenda forward when it really ain't that. And it's not about that. All right, so whoever was calling before, call again, please. I think the phone is up now. Pussy Galore says, on days off from school, I went to work with my mom and aunties, and they wanted me to see how food got on our table. Yeah, yeah. Listen, shout out to my mom. I could tell stories for days, man. I could tell stories for days, but yeah, shout out to the immigrants too, because we are all immigrants, tell you the truth. If you're not who they call Native American, you're an immigrant too. Whether your people came here last century or the century before or just got here, it's the same thing. My client told me that the card can't have any balance on it. I know that they were giving out money to them in New York, though. I won't act like I didn't know that. Your mayor set that up, and they were supposed to give them more money on those cards. But my thing is, if you exploited all the opportunities that came your way throughout the time you were growing up here, you wouldn't even care about what they're getting. The people I know that have exploited all opportunities and have accomplished, they don't give a damn about this kind of conversation. They don't care about no immigrants because immigrants ain't taking nothing from them. Lovely Aneka is in the building. Lovely Aneka, big up yourself. A fellow content creator here on YouTube and other platforms. Please click Lovely Aneka. Go subscribe to her channel as well. Check out her content as well. Lovely Aneka says, I've seen it where people don't use their EBT card and they stack it up to thousands and then they sell it by having you give them cash at the grocery store. I won't deny, I don't know that EBT world. Not true. You can carry your balances for 1 year from issuance. Kataja Empress says, to have that much money on an EBT card would be considered fraud. That means you are receiving a benefit that you are not in need of, or else you would have used it up. Absolutely. That's what I would think. And I would think also that somebody is monitoring that. EBT is like government benefits card, a card. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning. Wagwan family, set your phone good for me, please. I don't know if you have us on speaker or Bluetooth or.
Yeah, hear me now?
Yeah, you have to be on regular, else we can't hear you.
Okay, yeah, I just want to respect to you and the voice is reasoning.
Manners and respect, sir, yes.
Like, honestly, every day I listen to Uno and Uno preach to the choir, and a lot of people, them listen but them not follow through. Like, the opportunity is here, but a lot of people don't willing to go and get it or do what they need to do, and then them complain.
Right.
And me as an immigrant, I'm here 6 years now. I'm come here 2050. Right? And I come, as a Jamaican, I kind of did their own some other Jamaicans. And I come here, come see Jamaicans. And I see the opportunity, I explain it to them. A lot of people just sit down and them don't willing to do it, but when them see you do it, them cuss you about it.
Right.
And I hear that,
Right.
As Jamaica, we need to find a purpose, especially when there's opportunity here for us. We need to take it and elevate yourself.
Absolutely. Absolutely, my brother.
Like, as I said, 2015, and this is my second house I buy.
See it there?
And I do what I need to do.
See it there?
And the worst find I have is my own people. I already a fight with like the city and stuff to deal with stuff because I open a business and I have a story to tell you. One of the inspector them come on my house and I have 2 living room and the inspector look at me and say, why I need 2 living room? It's like them see you elevate and them don't want to see you pass them, but they are here and have the opportunity and don't want to use it.
Right.
But them coming in your house, see where you have, and it's like a fight.
Yes.
And I go like 3 months back and forth with the city just to get my license. Because this lady determined that she now give her the license.
But you're determined, so you'll get it.
Exactly. We have to stand up on my foot and we have to go above her and get with the mayor and all of them things. And it's a good thing that we did everything through email.
Exactly.
So it's a fight, but we as people have to just,
come
find a purpose.
Yes, come fight.
Yeah, fight it.
Yes, fight
because
it.
It is here, and trust me, you can live a better life, but you can't sit down and hold out your hand. Because this is what the system wants for you, the handout. They will give you a little bit, just enough for you to keep living below them.
Same.
And that's the kind of life that is not a good life, because at the end of the day, it is going to run out, and you're going to be dependent on them all the time.
Right.
So you just have to elevate yourself. As the man said, and yeah, and honestly, this is something where I go through even right now. So I understand. And a lot of people, them listen, but them not really take a step forward for evil, do what they need to do.
Exactly what you just said there. Fight. Stand up and fight for it. Exploit every opportunity that come your way. This is what I encourage the people them to do, not just us that come here, but more so us that come here, because I'm speaking to a specific audience. So I can't understand those who are born with certain things in place, not exploiting those opportunities as well.
Yeah, and then them argue when you are doing.
Right.
And it's here for everybody.
Right.
And it's abundantly.
Right.
You just have to read up and research what you need for do,
Right. Absolutely.
Build up your credit score. It's as simple as getting a credit card and just purchase majority of your stuff on it,
And
once you have a good credit score and pay it off on time,
Right.
Take a step back. The party not necessary in a certain time,
Like I just said earlier, people spend to live like the Joneses. You understand? And then they don't have nothing later. But yes.
More or less something with the people there. Like this is something with me, the person, I'm encourage everybody to do it. Because my purpose is not to change the world, but at least start the wheels to spin for my future generation and my kids them.
Yeah.
You go out and you spend probably $100, $200 a week. Invest that self in a life insurance and leave something back for your kid. At least make them got a fighting chance. You see me, I say?
Absolutely. Somebody
give them a fighting chance.
Hold on there. Absolutely. And we talk about paying it forward all the time. But somebody just asked a question before you go. Kaz wants to know what color was the person who was trying to hold you back?
Well, it was a white lady.
A white lady. In the real estate world in the US, I can tell you that black people on a whole get a whole lot of fight. There are so many underhanded tactics that they use. So I'm not surprised that you going through what you're going through. We just went through it.
They devalue my house. My house worth 400,000 and they devalue it. And I do maintenance work. Like my house, me do everything, the tiling, the drywall, everything.
You're one of them there. You're one of the ones I wish I had your skills, because I would be flipping them. That's why you reached 2 already.
So because just to do the flooring, they wanted to charge me 16,000.
Right.
And it cost me 7,000 to get the material, and I did it myself.
Yeah.
Countertop everything, we did it myself, you know. But they will come in your house, they will see all of these stuff. They don't know all the sacrifice, the sleepless hours, hours a night I do all of the maintenance and stuff, and them see and them devalue my house. I have to fight. And because they're supposed to look at the houses. It's supposed to be a medium, so they're supposed to look at the lowest house in the area and the highest house.
Right, and cut a medium.
And cut a medium. They did not do that first.
Right, then most of the time we would need to have a whole different video this morning talking about the sabotage in real estate for black people, period. And I want black people to understand this too. When they look at us, nobody look at us and say, oh, he's a black American, or oh, he's from Jamaica, or oh, you just black.
Yep.
You just black. Remember that. It's us with our infighting stupidity. But when they look at us outsiders, they don't differentiate.
Yeah, and it's sad because we are fight against we, them are fight against we, and the fight is twice as hard. So, we just want the people them for wise up. Like, them dip on the program every day. Like, take a step back, read some book, invest in yourself, and give your kids the future, a fighting chance. Put a life insurance for yourself, teach them the right way and make them know, say, this may I leave for you,
You're my brother, man. You talk my talk, man. Manners and respect.
A lot of people always talk about this, 400, this and this. We need to think 400 here in front now. We're not going to change it like immediately, but at least we can start spinning the wheel.
Yes.
To make our kids better. Take something from the good from everybody. These are what they do. Them kids, when them kids reach a certain age and them retire, when them die, they have the house paid off.
Yeah.
That's an investment for them kids. We can use these same things and apply it to us and make our life better. We might not see it, I know I'm not gonna live to see it, but at least I know I'm start the wheel.
Absolutely, my brother. Absolutely. Manners and respect, I appreciate you greatly. Keep sharing knowledge.
Yeah, man. Bless up to you. Bless up to the voice of reason. All of the people who, come on and talk some things. Because majority of the time I sit down and I have to look into myself. Because the worst thing for a human being is to looking at the mirror. A lot of people can look outside and, criticize people, but you have to look for yourself and say, yo, me I do something wrong and fix that.
Introspection, absolutely.
So there's a lot of things I'm fixing in my life and I realize, and also I just try to make the people look into themselves and do what they need to do for themselves. So not everybody you can help. Yourself first.
True.
And then when you reach a certain stage, you help somebody else.
True.
And at that part I'm on right now. As I said, big up to you, big up to everybody who, share some wisdom. It helped me out a lot.
Manners and respecting.
Hey man, bless up.
Bless up. He said some profound stuff, and that goes for all of us. You know, we was having that 400 years syndrome conversation the other day, and I asked the question. I said, okay, so we know that now. So what do we do now? He said, stop that talking about 400 back and start thinking 400 forward. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, SouFLo.
Good morning, family. How you doing?
I'm blessed, man.
Ah.
Yo, first of all, yo, I don't know how to rate you, but I just have to give you your rating still. You're doing an amazing job, man.
I appreciate it, my brother.
Huh?
I said I appreciate it.
Yo, you know, more time when you don't even do a podcast. Yo, the whole of yo, you're like our tea in the morning.
I appreciate it.
We're like, we're SouFLo, man. I need to wake up.
It's nice to be needed or to be wanted. I appreciate it.
You're appreciated, value my in you. You're well appreciated, man.
I appreciate that.
Manners and respect to what the job you're doing.
Yes, sir.
And to the conversation when, like the caller said, a lot of people don't listen and they expect you to go into a long statement. When I saw the award was given out, I said, yeah, man, politics time again. Politics time again. Like, come on. Why do you even need to elaborate on that, man?
Right.
You didn't even want to go there. Don't draw you out on that.
It is what it is. It is what it is. Wait, not to pause, not to say anything, I'll cut you off, but Star K says, I'm a first generation from Jamaican parents, and I can admit being raised in the US, and these Americans are very lazy. I don't want to generalize. Let me clear that up quick, because you know we start generalizing. These Americans are very lazy. You're gonna offend a lot of people. You know, we have lazy people amongst all people. We have some lazy, rotted Jamaican people. And they're lazy wherever they go. They make Jamaicans look bad. You know, the ones that love hype life and criminal life and them thing that them make we look bad. So you have that in all people, yeah. But I was raised here too in the US, and I did come up with a lot of born bred Americans who were lazy. So the ones around me, I get to see them. I'm not saying all are lazy, because I know a lot that are highly accomplished as well. So let's just balance that scale there real quick, so we don't get a big backlash for that. Oh, they over there hating on Americans, and he flying that half American flag, half Jamaican flag behind his ass. Oh, immigrant ass, because they'll flip on you. So I want it to be understood. Yeah, it's balanced. Thank you, my brother. I saw the comment just now, and thank you for that donation too, Star K. I appreciate you greatly.
And even to elaborate on what you just commented on, it's not even just Americans, it's Canadians also. Because when I came to Canada back in the 80s,
Canadians, yeah,
a lot of people, the white people, I'm gonna use that word, the white people them never want to work. And when we came in, we were doing like 2-3 jobs.
Right.
Yo, right now, if you see me, I'm broken down from working so hard.
Yeah. Remember they used to call us they used to make fun of us like, oh, you working hard like a Jamaican man. You have 3 jobs, man. Another person said, I have 10 jobs, man. It used to be a big thing. It used to be a running joke. As a matter of fact, do you remember I was in Living Color?
In Living Color.
In Living Color with the Wayans brothers. This is where Jennifer Lopez started out as a dancer. It was a huge joke back then, and then it went famous everywhere. So kids in school, you would hear it on the bus, you would hear it in public transportation down the road. You have 10 jobs like a Jamaican man. You working hard like a Jamaican man. But we were known for being. It wasn't no joke, but we were known for being that. Like we will work our ass off to get what we want.
Honest now, we're lazy now.
Yeah, me not say we again, cause that's too general. Cause Holy Power is still not lazy.
They're looking for handouts.
A lot of newer generation Jamaicans are looking for an easy way out. Yeah, let me coin that properly. A lot of newer generation Jamaicans are looking for a handout, or they're looking for an easy way out. And there is no easy way out. If you want it and it's good, you're going to have to work your ass off for it. That's it. There's no easy way to nothing. And there's another thing to it where Granny used to say, hard work always pays off. There's no such thing as you working hard and being focused and then nothing don't happen. Hard work always pay off. It might not pay off today. It might not pay off tomorrow. The person next to you who working hard, he might get his before you. You might get a bit discouraged, but don't stop because your hard work will eventually pay off, right? Those are things that I live by. But yeah, I do see it in the newer. That's why so much of them are doing all the stupidness they're doing and just giving away their life and their freedom because they are seeking an easy way out and they are them want a handout. And enough of them so beggy because they want a handout. We don't live like that. Did I tell you? Did you see the story about when I was in Jamaica recently when the man stuffed at me?
Sorry?
Did you see the story, the vlog I did where I was in Jamaica recently and a brother after me? He was like, come.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I was shocked. I was like, I went since Jamaican man start call man
Alpha man.
Yeah,
yo, you know that even in a jail,
the man says,
come around at the back. Because knock out, you have to get knocked out.
The man says, and a money him a beg me, you know? And then him start do a signal to him mouth like him a look food. But after you a man and then you signal to your mouth, what that look like? That and this is in Jamaica, right outside of Sharkies.
Listen, a lot of people, they're slipping, man. They're slipping because the world have rules and regulation.
Yeah.
You know, and just like that idea, even the guy. All right, me have to touch on something where I meant to touch on the other day, right?
Yeah.
Where everybody are big up. I'm not a big Vybz Kartel fan, but him do some good songs.
You always said
right. Yeah, but here's the thing with Lizard now. Everybody are talk about Lizard. Why, even if him they kill Lizard, when Lizard they go for one gun for? Oh, nobody never touch on that.
We're not gonna get into that, brother. We're not gonna. Yeah, gonna make me say thank you for calling. You know, we're talking this car. We're not gonna get into that. We have two other topics we have to cover this morning, which I'm about to get into.
Let's go back to the topic now.
Yeah.
About the immigrants. I brought my sister here, right?
Yeah.
Sorry. I have two sisters that are born here, right? And I brought up my sister from Jamaica. And one of my sisters looked on me and said, if I had put in the energy upon them when I put in on my sister, I'm like, are you kidding me? You guys were born here. She came here. And they're like, oh yeah, the reason why she made it is because you put, I said, what energy did you want me to put in? You got expelled from school. I went to school and begged the principal, put you back in a school. When we bring you left Ghana man yard.
So some people, some of them used their opportunities and some squandered it.
And at the end of the day, yeah, said me putting more energy.
Right. Yeah, so it go, but that's life in general, right? Some people are gonna blame everything else around them except for themselves, and they don't see their own mistakes and they don't see their own deeds that caused them to be at a certain place now in life where they're unaccomplished and looking at everybody else like, you know, everything wrong happened to them. See, things happen to everybody. But some people used every opportunity that came their way and you just squandered it. I'm sure the same opportunities came your way. That's what we're talking about this morning. But I'm gonna move on to some other topic now this morning. So right there, sir, manners and respect to you. Thank you for calling in and I appreciate you greatly.
Keep up the good work, man.
All right, my brother.
Keep up the good work.
Manners.
Yeah, respect.
All right. Let's switch topic real quick, right? Because that one could take all morning. So we're supposed to be talking about Vybz Kartel's wealth this morning. There's a deep conversation that's about to happen right now. But before we do that, I want y'all to know this. Jamaica has finally won its first gold medal at the Olympics. And I didn't know how to feel about it because I'm coming from an era where Jamaica used to just go scrape up gold medal, you know what I'm saying, at the Olympics. So to see us so far into the Olympics and finally just got one gold medal, I was like, damn. When I didn't know how to say big up to Stona or what? We just get we first medal, gold medal. Rude Boy Carl, big up yourself. I appreciate you greatly. Rude Boy Carl says, talking about jobs, my VP that managed my department left the company and now is the president and CEO of JPS. Good guy. And I hope he doesn't let them corrupt him. Your VP that managed your department left that company and is now the president and CEO of JPS, as in Jamaica Public Service. All right, let's talk about this, the Olympics, shortly. Before I overshadow Stona's great achievement last night, I want y'all to know that the Olympics is still going on, and it has left a bad taste in all of us' mouth, because I'm still saying it. We were robbed of the 100-meter finals. I don't care who want to argue. Go argue with somebody else. Go argue with a banana tree. Don't argue with me. Me see what me see, and I'm not changing that. We're just going to have to disagree and keep it moving. But right now, we have 3 Jamaicans who are about to go into the same race, which is the 110-meter hurdles. All 3 made it through to the finals, and that race hasn't been ran yet. Orlando Bennett, Rashid Broadwell, and Hansel Parchment. We don't know say Hansel Parchment a bad hurdler already, right? Orlando Bennett and Rashid Broadwell are also there, and they all made it to the finals for the 110 hurdles at the Paris Olympics. So look out for them and see, maybe we can get a gold medal deso. Maybe. But moving now over to Big Stona, or Stona, or however you want to pronounce his name. Man, listen, I was so proud yesterday. Well, wifey was there screaming and everything like that. Overly excited. But he delivered. He more than delivered. He's a discus thrower, Roger Stona, and he's now an Olympic champion and a history maker as well. And he celebrates the historic achievement at 23 years old. 23 years old. Now, watching him do that field event and watching him not only qualify, but set an Olympic record with it, I was like, damn, where have you been? But I'm thinking this was going to be like our 10th gold medal or something, and it wasn't. It was our first gold medal. Stona's achievement is Jamaica's first gold medal at the Paris 2024 Olympics, continues the remarkable return from the island field event athletes who are now responsible for 4 of the country's 5 medals to date. Jamaica only has 5 medals out this Olympics. Big Jamaica. We used to go scrape up medal. Only has 5 at the Olympics. 4 of them are from field events. Our only goal is a field event. They're having a conversation right now about the amount of support that is put into field event athletes that represent Jamaica, which is a whole nother discussion to be had. When me see him fling the something, I think me listen to wife say, yeah, that look like a yam and banana, dasheen and breadfruit fling, you know? But he came out and did his thing for us. He said it was a great thing. This is what he's been preparing for. This is what he's dreamt of. And to come here and to actually do it is one of the best feelings in his life. I was not really surprised, but to get it here, I knew it would take a lot, and that's what it took, and he gave it. Jamaica should be proud right now. They should celebrate. Field events are taking a step in the right direction, and we're doing good, and we're getting medals, he said. Stona has improved on his previous lifetime best efforts to where he threw that. Now, there's something even more stunning about Stona. I know him probably I say, why SouFLo I butcher my name. My name Stona, Stona, catch it however you want, catch it. Potatoes, tomatoes. We all know what I say, right? Interestingly, after impressing during the NFL Pro Day at University of Arkansas, Stona was invited in May to rookie minicamp by the Green Bay Packers. So wifey was right, because she did tell me so. I said, "Nasa, because who would I give up the being invited to by the Green Bay Packers, a multi-million-dollar contract for the NFL, to pursue no Olympic dream? After them not pay me enough in the Olympics." But and I told her she said the wrong thing, but she didn't see the wrong thing. It was right. So Shakira, you was right, girl, by the Green Bay Packers and New Orleans Saints. So it's the New Orleans Saints and he has multiple NFL teams who are interested in him and who have called him in to come give them an assessment. Now, I saw the video clips this morning of him in the field camp, in the NFL camp, doing their combines, their workout as a priority free agent by NFL analyst Lance Zierlein, who noted that he would likely be targeted by teams as a developmental player in a tight end position. Why for that tight end? Not one dog, why for that tight end? A girl alone end for tight. Anyhow, it's left to be seen if the youngster will actually consider a future in American football after what he just accomplished at the Olympics. You see when me tell you again about overachievers, you see when me tell you again about grabbing every opportunity that comes your way and opening up doors for yourself. You see when me tell you, these are the things I'm talking about, and this is a perfect example right here of that. He's obviously on some kind of a scholarship. I don't know. He's 240 pounds. He's 6'7". He's a big guy. Multiple NFL teams are interested in you to put you on contract. I saw his workout and they are impressed. They are super impressed. You should have seen the NFL coaches around him while he was doing the workout. They were super impressed. So don't be surprised if he actually decides to pursue an NFL contract and ends up there rolling in the millions, or if he is going to go the Olympic route. And me no know. The choice is up to him though, but he has choices and he has fought for those choices and he has worked hard and he has made it possible for him to have those choices for himself, right? It's just a problem that I have been going through all season. He said it's been a long year for me, and actually I did shot put, then I went to football at the NFL, and then I took up discus. You see how much things the man do? And now I am here, an Olympic champion. He said before crediting three-time and reigning Olympic shot put champion Ryan Crouser, who he shared an embrace with from the stands after his win for resurrecting his career. Now, under Crouser's guidance, Stona has reached the pinnacle of Olympic championship and accomplishments after finishing 19th last year in the World Championship in Budapest. The brother didn't give up. He was at World Championship last year. He finished 19th in the world. Came back this year. That is, if that don't tell you, say, yo, we lick about with Talawa now. You see our people them? You make me feel proud for talk. We have that drive. Let's not give too much attention, more attention to the lazy one them, right? But we talk about the one them who are achievers and overachievers. You see, when a Jamaican set them side for something, oh, you best believe they're going to get it. You best believe they're going to get it. Don't count them out. Last year, 19, that would have discouraged a lot of people. Ross, me not do that again. Maybe we need to go find something else. Do 19th. And to go from 19th. Remember, I know, Worlds just happened a year ago. It's every year it happens. It's not every 4 years. The Olympics happens every 4 years. And at Worlds, he came in 19th. He went back to the drawing board. Let me say, a lie, I tell. Watch this. 1 year later, gold medal at the Olympics with an Olympic record. Add that to it and add some respect to his name. So this morning we celebrate this brother. We big him up. He's on the icon for the video. Him young, him big, him strong. He look like he's going places. He's obviously super motivated. And he represents us well. This is what we are talking about. Right? Now, the last topic for the morning now. Remember, I know him give away only gold medal, you know. But back at last Olympics, you had Shelley and Fraser Price, who had gold in 2 events. Then you had Sherika Jackson, who had gold in 2 events. So just by 2 of them alone, we had 4 gold medals. You had, I believe it was 2 events. Then you had Elaine Thompson-Herah, who had gold in, what, 3 events? Something like that. So I might be wrong. I might be saying it wrong. And my mind is telling me I'm saying it wrong. But we were putting in the gold medals, and more medals from other events. Parchman got his gold. Then we're putting in more golds and more medals. This year we only have 5 medals. And only 1 of them is gold. We could talk about the dynasty has taken a fall. But we'll save that for another video. You know, they have a saying that says all good things must come to an end. This could be what we have witnessed here. But we'll rise again. We'll rise again for sure. Because we have a lot of talent on the come up right now that's on their way. So we will see Jamaica again. Back in a dominant position again. Big up yourself, Jamaica. For the last 20 plus years, you were the one that everybody eyebrows went up when you touched the stage. So you couldn't have it forever, right? You're little, but you're taller, and you'll be back again. Let's close that off properly. Now, let's talk about Vybz Kartel money. Me don't watch man money, you know. I don't like watch nobody pocket, but there was a conversation being had on a platform yesterday that said that the woman that Vybz Kartel is with, Sidem, she was put there by agents. She was put there by agents because these agents are smart and they realized that Vybz Kartel money looked like it longer than any train line. So the legacy that's going to be left behind, like all the royalties, he's a person who puts out albums and singles at a rapid pace and all his stuff sell. And him sang them from way back when can still play today and be current and relevant. So obviously his catalog of music then, should he pass away, because he's sick right now, right? But should he pass away, they were arguing it from that angle, that somebody sees that somebody have to go corral up that money there. It was just like said Bob Marley passed away, no will was left in place. His children would have never gotten that legacy. Today, it's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. What a rotted legacy to leave behind for your children. Yeah. So they're looking at Vybz Kartel stuff the same way. Let me first say I'm not preaching no death over Cartel. I've been watching, and every day since he's been out affirms what I said before. And that was that he was going to die if he stayed in there any longer. Because every day since he's been out, his appearance is looking better and better and better and closer to what he looked like before, or what he would normally look like when he is healthy. That drawdown there is coming quickly. So that tells me that where he was at, it was helping to kill him. Now, after that, back to the money. They were arguing that some agent get that girl. And if you notice, she isn't just no uneducated little girl with a pretty face where them say, him like pretty girl, go after him and pursue him relentlessly and we'll back you up and we're going to make sure that we're in the money and we thief the money. Them send somebody who have some sense. And the goal is to get to his riches and make sure they're playing the long game. The long game is to get to his riches, to own the empire after he passed. to be the Rita of the Bob Marley, or the Sidney Breakspear of the Bob Marley then. You know, I heard the conversation yesterday, and the conversation went along the lines of she's non-black, first of all. So that's their way of taking money out of the black community and putting it into another community. And the first thing I thought when I heard that conversation, because I sit down and listen good. Then I started to ask questions. You know, I said, do y'all think that that man got his riches by being stupid? Like, I don't know if you think that him just wake up and everything did just fall upon him. Like, he woke up one day rich. Do y'all think that he got his riches being stupid or being slow? That guy is super calculated. If you don't see it, pay attention to it. Some people have to wait until they pass from this lifetime and hope that their children do something with what they leave behind. And don't even know how to put it together to guarantee that the children get it. This man has already set up his children in life already. They're able to stand on their own already. Him not gone yet, and him have a whole lot more life to live, right? I think he is wise enough to be putting his finances and his legacy right where he wants it to be, and putting all the security measures in place to make sure that it happens just how he wants it to happen. I don't know, I think these people are, and the person that was talking said something like this. You see him, he looks sick. He don't, I guarantee you him don't have more than a year to live. So they're preaching death over the man, right? By the way, tomorrow is the interview I've been waiting for. A lot of people say, SouFLo, you should I get the first interview? I said no, because I want people like Shawnee B them from BBC One Extra to fly in for that. Or I want to see Cartel fly out to England and get that. I want Fox 5. That one already happened. I said I wanted Lisa Evers from Fox 5 to get an interview with him. That already happened. ER. His ER, and you know, Sir Anthony Miller ER interview them is always spectacular. The ER interview is about to happen tomorrow. Tune into that one. It's going to be something else. But back to this now. Oh, and the new YouTube channel as well. Kiss Me Baby TV. Where I tell you, sir, it speaks to this guy's entrepreneurial spirit. And the next news is, I seen the videos out of Jamaica. Them can't hold on to the orange bandana them and the white bandana them fast enough. Just like when him did say, what she buck up in her. Remember what she buck up in her? And he talk about the supplegen and peanut and mix it with it. And them couldn't keep supplegen on the shelf after that. Right. Now he's back. And whatever he touches is trending. And whoever is selling those products can't hold on to them. Back to his wealth. I don't think Sidem is going to be able to thief anything from Cartel. Cartel come from my generation. We're not the same age group. So, man from them generation, they're the one them will have sense. Them know how to secure them things. Right? And they live by this code that's called give what you are able to afford to give. You know, give your heart, mind, and soul, and then left mad out a road with nothing for yourself. You and your mouth a garbage can and she gone in a mansion. In a gossip. And now you want to kill her. So I don't think that conversation was even worth having. I just thought it was interesting that they were having it. And another thing I thought was, these are people who didn't wish him well, because the person who was having the conversation over the years, not once did I ever hear that I mean, I'll call them name. Not once did I ever hear that person say free Vybz Kartel. Or, yo, y'all took a look at Vybz Kartel's case? It's a lot of injustice being done in it. Y'all pre that case there. Me never hear them say none of that yet. But now that he's out, them can't say free vibes, them can't say him a got dead in there. SouFLoTV, yeah, waste your breath, stop talk. Them can't laugh after we anymore, because a whole heap of show we cover, you know. Whole heap of events we cover, where we're like, Cartel should be out by the end of this summer. Them say, we will revisit you when this summer pass. And this summer pass, and them revisit me. And them laugh. And them tell me how hopeless, you're hopeless, you know, brother. They tell us, no, come out, you know. So now, matter of fact, him pretending they are dead. So now that he's out, them can't say those things anymore. So the narrative has to change now. So the narrative now is him a go dead soon. And the woman there is an agent put her in place from the UK to gain control of his finances. You know what? I looked at him and I saw and I laughed. I said, this man come out of prison and went right back into a lifestyle that a lot of men have been free 13 years to elevate yourself, and you weren't able to do it. Yeah. One of the picture of them when posting, him have on some Gucci shoes and him have on a Rolex watch and a ring flooded with diamonds, sitting on a white tile floor, marble floor, and him said, fresh out of prison and back to my rich lifestyle. And then the next video was him driving an X5 BMW. And then the next video was him sitting next to his son in a late model Mercedes Benz. And I'm saying, Clark's, the official Clark's is moving, is opening an official store in Jamaica. How fitting, and how at the time of his release. And they posted it yesterday, and guess whose music was playing while they are advertising that they're about to do their official opening in Jamaica? None other than, right? Is that X6? I think it's an X5, man. Me don't know, me eye them a bother me some. I don't know if I'll see it properly. But I'm just saying, I feel like his haters are having a field day on social media. Is a 6. All right, is a 6, is a 6. It's a 6. I wasn't too paying attention, but just says a nice vehicle. Me see a X something on the end. Is a 6. That might make me know, you know, the people that roll out. Them say, no, SouFLo is a 6, is a 6. Is a 6. All right, sir. All right. All right. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Jealousy must be in play, because to fight somebody so hard. Like some people who did a fight that youth, they not even did have a reason for you fight him. They were just fighting him because somebody told them to fight him. And they built a bandwagon off of fighting him. Him will never come out. He must stay in there. Everybody who believe in him is a sheep. This, that, and you will sell your mother. You will give him your wife. You look like you want to be man. Big bad boy you. They call we all kind of names. They said all kinds of stuff, right? We didn't listen to them. We fought through it. And I wanted them to understand, say, it wasn't because people were a fan. It was because we spent hours and days and weeks putting the material out so people could understand what was happening with that case. By the way, shout out to ISAT every chance we get, right? Somebody said, SouFLo, we were on the live the other morning, and somebody said you should look up Isaac Buchanan's program. But I went and looked it up, the person said, and I did not find it. I found the Innocence Project, which ISAT is trying to bring to Jamaica, the Innocence Project. Now, go back and watch my videos. Even before Isaac Buchanan took Vybz Kartel's case, I said Jamaica needs an Innocence Project. I used to tell people all the time when them accost me, him guilty, him guilty. I said, where's the proof? I said, have you ever watched the Innocence Project? Go and watch the Innocence Project. Watch a couple of videos, couple of series of the Innocence Project, and then you will understand how a person could look guilty be incarcerated wrongly and have done a long stretch of time in prison before they were able to come out of prison. See? And guess what? Now ISAT is talking about Jamaica needing the Innocence Project. Jamaica need the Innocence Project. Because one thing we know for sure is this. Vybz Kartel fee money is not normal, obviously. And a lot of people got fooled by that too. I don't know if they probably thought he was the average dancehall artist. But remember, I remember one time Cartel did this interview and he was like, he said something about, I don't know if they think when I do stage shows and, appearances and stuff, if I get paid in peanuts and candy or something like that, him did say, right? Which clued me into the time that this guy is using his money wisely, investing. And then he went further to say, some of them are upset because, every other month I'm buying a new piece of real estate somewhere across the island. And if you study and he used to buy his son every birthday a new property. So heavily invested in real estate, heavily invested in a bunch of other things. The money look like the money can't done. Now, there has to be a level of jealousy there. Sir Piat, there has to be, watch the comment section. There has to be a level of jealousy there to know that this guy was incarcerated for 13 years under messed up conditions and never lost a step. Never lost a step. Who have they been talking about since him come out? If he was so irrelevant when he came out, nobody would remember him. Who have they been talking? I can't even. Who has they posted lately? Who have they posted lately? All the other artists them that was dominating social media space and every other space, it's like we don't hear nothing about them. And the man not even start the shows yet. He ain't even start doing appearances yet. Watch what will happen next. So I can clearly see that there's a level of jealousy there. That this Ross man, say 40 years me I work and can't buy one X6. This brother got prison for 13 years and come out and jump from one X6 to a Benz. And in a big house and in picnic them drive Benz. And them have this and them have that and them have... Because he's not a dummy. It goes back to saying somebody puts them in place as an agent to get to him, bed him, and the end goal is to control the wealth. On a slow. You know who me I talk about who did the video yesterday. Me not call your name. Other people will call your name. Me not call, but y'all slow. And now y'all making up all kinds of stuff. Just watch and see. Right now, them putting together a next murder case upon him, so him probably come out and go right back in. I'm like, when are y'all gonna stop? Huh? When are y'all gonna stop? And I'll ask you the question again. Do you think somebody got that wealthy just by being stupid? Cartel said the levels of greatness where I try to reach, he knows that he'll get a fight. But it's okay, because him will fight back. That's profound. That's profound. The level of greatness he's trying to reach, he might get a fight. System might give him a fight. But that's okay, because he will fight back. Build for this. Listen. The hate is real, yes. Blessed and highly favored, the hate is real. But and not just the hate real, the bad mind real, the envy real, the ability, not the ability, but the effort what them put into tearing down somebody is crazy. I've never been that kind of person, and I can't understand the mind of a person who is like that kind of a person. To put extra effort into trying your best dedicated to tearing somebody down. I remember, I'll give you a short story. So I remember when we started building this channel, right? There was this one particular individual who would subscribe just so, and they would hit the notification bell and hit the part that says send me all videos from SouFLoTV. You would think you have a supporter. Every time we put up a video, I kid you not, in less than 30 seconds, a 15, 20, 30-minute video, in less than 10, 15 seconds of that video being published to YouTube, thumbs down. That's how when them used to allow people for thumbs down and them used to show the thumbs down. Me say when them move the thumbs down, something that me laugh, you see. Me laugh because me I said somebody that must be going crazy. I used to put videos up all hours of the night and morning. I would literally roll out of bed at 2 a.m., put up a video because it's already set to go. And that person must have was sleeping with them phone like this and hear bing, bing, notification and jump up and put up a video. Dislike, thumbs down. I would try it 6 o'clock in the morning before me left out for work. Bing, bing. Put up a video. Thumbs down. Oh. Midday, lunchtime. Oh, shit, I gotta clock out and take my lunch break. Go out the door. Put up a video. Thumbs down. Like, no matter what time of the day I put up the video. Thumbs down. First 5 to 10, 15 seconds into the video. 30 seconds at the most. Thumbs down. I mean, I say, who the hell is thumbsing down every video I put up? The video them 15, 20, 30 minutes long. But then I realized how some people are dedicated. You can imagine that? You can imagine being so dedicated to tearing somebody down that you set notification. My alarm must go off every time this material, this channel post, and I want a bing. Just choose the sound. Because I want a sound will wake me up when I sleep even. No, I want the loud ring sound. Ah, that one there. I have to sleep with the phone, right? That's what I want. Bing! Ooh, and put up one and next one. Thumbs down. Yo, the dedication to tear somebody down, my friend. They do it in words. They do it in actions. Yeah, yeah, that's what, Audrey, right. That's when you know so you take up enough space in them brain, right? Them I live with you. I had one that was stalking me so bad. Me and wife dead and hug up late night. You know me I say romance a go on. Phone ring. Business phone ring. Ring. I pick up the phone. The phone a ring off the hook. We say, who the hell is calling at this time? So to how them a call enough, right? I was like, man, this must be an emergency. I'm thinking maybe it's one of my family members and them can't get me on my personal line. So them I reach out to my business line. So me say, me answer it. Weird hours, you know. We talk about all 12 o'clock, midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning, you know. This same individual. I was like, wow, you that dedicated. I told that individual, I said, I mean, I'll call them name neither. I actually had them removed from YouTube. They lost their whole platform and it was a big platform. You know, if I go back and doing the research to figure out who this. The person was stalking to the point where the person I tell me about, I know where your mom live, and I slide by and hit up that bitch and all this other stuff. I said, okay. So I started collecting all the data, all the information from the individual. I called me out. Me know them operating up. Yes, the person became severely obsessed. And I turned over all of it to YouTube. First, I wrote a letter to YouTube. And I told them what kind of harassment and threats were coming from this place. Me, I lay my groundwork first. Because I whole heap of rifle around here. So me, I lay my groundwork first. Because I know that when I do it to you, I want it to be documented that it is an event that lasted over a period of time, and it came to a point where we were definitely in fear for our lives. Two o'clock in the morning, midnight, 3 o'clock in the morning, 6 a.m. The person just live on my phone. I said, wow. All that for your next man. I actually ended up telling that person, I said, check it out. I'll put up 10,000 US dollars, right? And you put up 10,000 US dollars, and the winner walks away with 20,000. Their money and your money, whoever lose. No fanfare, no nothing. You bring your camera, I bring my camera. We'll video this. And whoever win get to show. Him said, no. No, do it. I'm not doing that because I'm a highly respected businessman in Jamaica, and I own a lot of properties there, and I do business with people who are of the upper echelon, and I can't afford to have my identity exposed. I saw a person saying, so they said, okay, I don't know if you ever heard about cybersecurity. I don't know if you ever heard about people who are probably more powerful than you, who can definitely pinpoint who you are once you start to make terroristic threats, right? So I went the legal route with the individual, and I give him a rope for himself. I give him all the rope he needed in the world. Yep, talk. Yeah, man. Anything you say, yeah, for sure. Recording, for sure. Yep. Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, I'm a mother. Oh, you know where our house is at? Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, and you're gonna do that to her too. Right. Oh, and my kids. And if you all right. Okay. Give him all the rope he needed to hang himself, and him hang him himself with it. So shout out to that channel wherever you are, anywhere you are. Me know say you know, say you, cause your channel could have been something, cause you were out there big before whole away, but you hang yourself. The message in that story is this: the proper way to close out this morning. You see, when you are consumed with hate, I don't know this person, I never did this person nothing. Me and this person have no dealings. It's not like this person could say, him do something to my brother or my sister. See? Me and this person never had no dealings. And you put it upon yourself now to be this dedicated to destroying me or to find me and do things to harm me physically. I seek out of my mother house and all them something there. You got the right one. The message is, when you become so consumed with hate and you so want to tear somebody down, you must remember that you're contaminating yourself. And in the process of using all that effort to tear somebody down, you're tearing yourself down. That's why with elders them in Jamaica, them say when you dig grave for somebody, dig two. You can't dig grave for one. Somebody, I don't like that person here. I wish them dead. This is you digging a grave. I wish them dead. I wish them mama dead. I don't like them standing there and dead. And you're digging a grave. But dig two. Dig two. Because guess who the next one is for? It's for you. Yeah. Clean heart boy like me, who wish good for others as much as I wish good for myself. You can't do me nothing. That way. With that said, manners and respect to each and every one of you this morning. For those of you who go back on the channel and do your research, come tell me tomorrow morning who you found out that it was. Left it for tomorrow morning and come tell me tomorrow who you found out that it was. It was a big channel. Did I run the place? But God not sleep. And your dirty heart will cause you to lose all your blessings. Remember that. All right? Don't go around accusing people of stuff you have no proof of. It's called slandering and spreading rumors. Slandering and spreading rumors is nothing good, because you wouldn't like nobody do it to you, right? and don't wish bad for anybody. Matter of fact, do as Granny say. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you, and wish good for others as you would wish good for yourself. And that's how we live. Right? And that's how we live. I'm out. I'll see y'all tomorrow morning. And don't forget, Vybz Kartel, the interview I've been waiting for, because this is the first interview on the island of Jamaica. Yesterday, Lisa Evers' interview, a foreign interview that. A lot of people are saying, that don't even sound like Cartel. Because Vybz Kartel understands that I'm not going to do a Lisa Evers interview and me a chat to her them way and say, yo, Lisa, you see me I say, up to the time, you know how I go on. Him couldn't do that, right? So he had to round up his words and speak English and make sure a broader world understands what he was saying. Tomorrow now, a Philly interview, ER, Vybz Kartel interview, where he can chat to Mr. Miller the way how he would have chat to we. And that's the interview I've been waiting for. So tune in to that tomorrow. I look forward to that. Big up on yourself. One love. Walk good. Be good. Go with God. I'm out. Peace.